All right, hello everyone. So as you can see from the title, I'm gonna be doing a wig review. So anyway, I'm just gonna jump right into it. So I bought my first wig off Nuola. I think that's how you pronounce it. NuolaWigs.com. They are based in England, I believe. So I knew getting into it that they do custom make their wigs, and it would take 4 to 6 weeks to get here. I think that was the shipping time at the time that I got it. I think it's a little longer now, either because of COVID or because we're so busy. So, but just a rough guesstimate. So I wanted to begin with why I'm making this video. I'm gonna start off with, it is the absolute worst experience I've ever had in my entire life. I searched nearly a year. So I ran across their website and I did a lot of research on them, and they're not a super known company, I suppose, because they don't have many like YouTube reviews and all that. I do notice that the people who do reviews are people who work for the company. Why was my experience bad? To begin with, let's see, the first thing was they're very unresponsive, okay? I would ask for updates. I never got any updates. I would ask through Instagram. They would read my messages and then not respond. And then I would email them. I wouldn't get responses. And I'm like, okay, come on, can I at least get an update? And they would give me the same generic answer every single time. You need to be patient 4 to 6 weeks. Okay, whatever, you know, I was like, okay, I'm probably, you know, I don't want to be that annoying person because I'm sure they are busy. So that wasn't really too big of an issue, but I do feel like as a company, you do need to keep your customers happy. And if someone wants an update, you should, you know, at least check and maybe give them an update. Anyway, that's not too big of a thing, but I am mentioning it for those who are big on communication and customer service, because it is the worst customer service I've ever worked with in my entire life. Anyway, so 4 to 6 weeks roll around and no wig, no update, nothing. I did not hear anything from them. So I start getting a little impatient. I was like, okay, I want an update or something. It's been 6 weeks and you know it hasn't even shipped out yet. And so I guess they shipped it a few days later. Anyway, so the unit I bought was Goldie. First off, I unpacked it and no joke, the roots were orange. I'm not even joking when I say this. I'm talking orange, like a faded light orange. I mean, I don't really know how else to say it. Anyway, so the first impression, I even recorded it. I'm gonna try to find it. I don't know if I still have it, but I got my sister to record it because I was so excited. It was my first wig, you know? And I looked in the box and I was so disappointed. I was like, what the hell is this? Anyway, I put it on my head and I cried. I cried because the color was off. Not too big of a deal because you can always, you know, customize the color. Anyway, but I don't want to have to do that, you know. After spending $1,400 on a wig, I don't want to have to do that, and I shouldn't have to do that, especially if it doesn't look like the picture did. Anywho, so then I started, you know, looking around, and oh my gosh, I was so upset. The hair itself was damaged, dry. I mean, you know, the length was true to what they had said, whatever, but the ends were so dry, and there were broken pieces of hair just sticking out of the head. Especially one of my biggest thing is the hairline, the front hairs. It was like pieces this short and then 2 long pieces just hanging down, just stringy. And then there were chunks of hair. There were a little bit of chunks of hair missing. And then another thing I noticed was the density of the hair was really thick up here, and it just became so thin and stringy at the bottom. And I will insert pictures. I'm gonna try to find the video that I took of it on my head, but anyway, I'm just in tears at this point because, you know, you can fix a color, but what are you gonna do about hairs that are this small sticking out of the head, you know? I felt desperate. So I emailed them the pictures, you know, and I told them the color is way off. I'm gonna have to color it, because, you know, I would have to send it back and then wait another, I would have to wait another 2 months just for them to send me another wig, and I wasn't about to go through that. Anyway, so they gave me the option of sending it back, I believe, and I was like, no, I'm just, you know, I'm gonna suck it up, and I ended up wearing it as it is, and it was awful, you know. And so not even a week went by, there was a bald spot right there. I'm talking within a week of just like daily brushing it with, you know, the most gentle brush that I have for wigs, because I know how to take care of wigs and extensions and all that. I've been doing that for quite a while now. Anyway, so in the first week or two, the entire hairline was coming off. It was shedding. There were bald spots just by me brushing it, and then the first time I washed it and, you know, put a mask on it and stuff, because you're supposed to wash it and deep condition it every however often, but you know, the first time I did that, so much hair came out, and not just that, but there were bald spots around the hairline. The hair would be wet, and I would go like this, and just pieces of hair would just come out and come out and come out. And eventually, within the first couple weeks, I had bald spots throughout the entire hairline. And bald spots are bad, but on the hairline, I kept having to change a part until eventually it was balding throughout the entire hairline. Anyway, so I believe I emailed them again and telling them how unhappy I was, and I was in tears, and it was just awful. And they offered me send it back, and they replaced the bald spots or whatever, which they didn't tell me at first, up until I started nagging and saying, if you don't respond, I'm gonna put up a review video. And then that's when they offered me that, and I think I said, no, I don't want to have to send it back, because it's going to take me months just to have it back. I didn't want to have to go through all that. And that's when they offered me I think 5% refund, which is $70. Sorry, but $70 out of $1,400, that's not gonna do me any good. I ended up having to put several $100s into the wig to get it fixed, because $70 is not gonna do me anything, and it's not gonna fix the problem. Anyway, so I'm like going back and forth with them, and then they stop responding, and I keep emailing them, then I eventually get another response back saying that, you know, this is what we can do, 5% refund. Anyway, I was like, are you kidding me? Like, your stuff is falling apart, and you offer me $70 out of the $1,400 I just spent Anyway, so yeah, the quality of the wig, awful, honestly. And the hair was, I don't want to say the quality of the hair is bad. However, it dried up so much anytime I used heat on it, whether it's a blow dryer, curling iron, any heat styles. And I always use low heat and heat protectant. And it's still, you know, even with that, and then the masks, the hair was just brittle. It just became brittle and it was falling apart. And not to mention, when I first received it, they cut the hairline so much to where, or the lace so much to where there was barely any lace that was even laying on my head. Also, there was way more lace on this side than this side, and I had to constantly have to readjust it unevenly because of how they cut the lace. Anyway, and then I went on Instagram and I messaged them again. I don't remember what happened next, but I hadn't heard back from them. And then I went back on their profile because I wanted to message him again, and they blocked me. They blocked me on Instagram, and basically I never got anything out of it. I would, if I could give 0 stars, I absolutely would. I understand things happen. There's some, you know, manufacturer issues sometimes, whatever. But the communication and the compromising on what to do about the problem and fixing the problem as a customer, I've never experienced anything like that in my entire life. And you know, I'm not like a review type person, but experience I've ever had in customer service and just buying anything in general, because usually it's either or. It's either like the product is bad or the customer service is bad. All of it was bad, and I would highly recommend staying away from the company. So I'm obviously not wearing it right now, so that money was essentially thrown down the toilet, because as the wig kept shedding around the hairline, I kept having to cut the lace because the hair was falling out and the lace would come out to here and then the hairline would start right here. I constantly had to cut it, and now the wig comes to like here, so I can't, it's not usable anymore. Anywho, for those who are looking for a good wig, I hope you found this video helpful, and thank you for watching.